Ayuk right, they motion McCaffrey, backwards pass to McCaffrey, and he's going to throw downfield wide open. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown! San Francisco! He can run, he can catch,
getting on fire!
Christian McCaffrey can throw! Schultz to the other, going to throw out left, intercepted! Diamador Lenore!
Whoa,
Dak
what a
Prescott
play!
just threw him the ball on the outcut going left to CeeDee Lamb. Diamador Lenore comes up with the game's first big play. Here's Prescott back, has time, throws out left, intercepted. Ball got tipped up and taken by Fred Warner. Jimmy Ward tipped the ball, and Fred Warner with the INT. They're going to give it to McCaffrey coming left. McCaffrey, touchdown! San Francisco! He has thrown one, he has caught one, he has run one.
What's going on, faithful to the Bay? The nitty gritty Niners Talk crew is in the building. It's Wednesday. We are live, kicking it. We got a crazy, fun-packed show. It's Cardinals week. It's Bird Gang Down week. We about to destroy these birds. I can feel it in my bones. Peachy, what's going on? How are you doing on this Wild Out Wednesday?
Trying not to get sick because apparently they got all kinds of crap that's going around all over this country, and it has hit the South really bad. So, you know, at my plant, these guys, they just wild out and go all over the place. And so I'm just trying to not get sick.
Well, try not to get sick because you don't want to be laid up in the bed.
I do not.
To support the 49ers. I see Mose in the queue. Mose will be joining us. You know what I'm saying? Mose, come on in. Don't bother me. Shout out to the Breezy Bunch crew out there, man. They be rocking on every show on this platform. I mean, they be in there. Fantasy football, you name it. Wayne Breezy show, this show. Like, shout out to the crew out there, man. Appreciate the love, the support. You know what I'm saying? It's late now. It's late for me. It's past my bedtime, but we gonna rock out. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna rock out. Mose, you're welcome to join when you're ready, and we will go ahead and kick off this joint with the 3-box crew. So we got a crazy show for you. A lot of stuff to discuss with the injuries, and you know what, Peachy, I've realized there's a lot of injuries going on just around the NFL, and I feel like the NFL needs to figure out why there's so many injuries. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. Whether
it's add that extra preseason game back, or which they won't, because that we get an extra weekly game. But by the time we get to that game, the teams look totally different than they did at the beginning of the season. What are your thoughts on that? I'm just curious to know, like, thoughts on.
It's I'm good. I'm good with it.
Like, something's got to give. Like, I know they can't practice like they used to because of the CBA.
Exactly.
And I think that's really the issue, right? Like, these players aren't building the calluses. Mose, what's going on, man? Good to have you here. I was talking about, like, how can the NFL kind of help prevent some of these injuries that happen so early throughout the football season, like moving forward. They got to I'm hoping they take a look into it, but like, all right, it's not just the Niners. Like, every team is dealing with injuries at this point.
Yeah, man, it's every team. And, you know, to be perfectly honest with you, I think it's what you said. Like, they have to start building that callus early. And I think some of the rules that the NFL has instituted, right, like limiting the padded practices, limiting the hitting, limiting the tackling, limiting when you could take players to the ground. Like, if I'm preparing to do my job, and I'm preparing to do my job to the best possible ability, why would you limit some of the things that allows me to do my job well?
Right.
And so if I'm trying to prepare for a job, like for my job, for instance, like, you can't tell me to fix a computer if you don't put a computer in front of me. You can't tell me to fix networking if I'm not at a network switch, if I'm not in a network closet. Like if you're saying, oh, for the first 30 days of your job, you can't go in there. So how am I supposed to learn the equipment? How am I supposed to get used to it, understand what it looks like, what it feels like, so that when I do get into a real situation, i.e. when I'm in a regular season game and I have 300-pound, 250-pound, 225-pound linebackers, safeties, defensive linemen coming at me full speed, I'm used to taking those hits. So I think, the NFL needs to go back to what it used to. We already have less preseason games. So again, one less game, less practices, less opportunity for injury there. And they added a game to the schedule, which counts and it means more. But let the players tackle, let them hit, let them put on pads earlier, let them go to the ground earlier to, like you said, Breezy, build that callus up.
And even if they don't do that, right? Because it's not the NFL, it's the CBA. Like the CBA won't. The players came together and collectively said, we don't want to practice like that anymore. Because my man said Rob D said, bring back the two-a-days. Like, yeah, them the good old times. But the way that the CBA set up, it won't allow them. This is my proposal to the NFL. And if I was an owner, this is what I would like. Expand the rosters. Let me have 10 more players. Increase the salary cap. Let me get 10 more players in here, that can be on the active roster.
Yeah.
That would change some stuff up. You know what I mean? Expand the draft. Let me draft more players. I don't know. Whatever they need to do, it needs to be something, because if you're not going to allow the practices to be more strenuous to where these players can hit, can build calluses, can do those things, then I need more players. I need more guys. I need more bodies, because that's what's happening, And then, you get into the games and then you don't see these players playing to their potential because they ain't practiced. They ain't playing the preseason. Like these dudes now trying to get into football shape. You know what I'm saying? PG Mo. So like that, the NFL needs to find a way to intervene, because it's just making the NFL look weird. Like, dang, like we know it's 100% contact injury prone, but we know that, but I don't think we're used to seeing injuries. I just got a message that Cody Mauch, offensive lineman for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is going to be out for the season due to a knee injury. Like, like
crazy.
Damn, like 3 days after the game, Monday night, 2 days. Dang, like, so it's just weird, man. Like you're losing offensive linemen, and rarely offensive linemen are out. Like really, they get injured. I feel like they're like the safest positions, even though they get rolled up on all the daggone time. I don't know what made me go off on that tangent. I just know that the Niners are going to be dealing with some injuries too. Let's start the show off with our 49ers versus Saints week 2 takeaways. We'll start with you, Mose. Just give me a takeaway from week 2, a like, dislike, what were your takeaways? Peachy, you'll take it, and I'll wrap it up.
I mean, one of the things that I liked, obviously, I liked what Mac Jones was able to do. I mean, that's a easy no-brainer for us to look at. For him to come in the way that he did, and perform the way that he did. In no way was it, the best performance we've ever seen, but he played solid football. 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. He commanded the offense as many times as he was asked to drop back after not starting an NFL game for a while. I thought he did an amazing job. The defense, they kind of started slow. Some things, I didn't like some of those, pass interference penalties. Renardo Green looked like he was struggling a little bit out there. But ultimately, the defense got it together. The run game really started to step up. You saw Michael Williams with some tackles for loss. You saw some of those other guys on the defensive line doing some good things. And then the Predator, he comes out and makes a huge play when everybody thinks it's an incomplete pass or Alvin Kamara might be down. And I think one of the things that benefited Fred in that is Alvin Kamara is one of those guys who always tries to stay up. And so when he put his hand down to keep his body up, that gave Fred that extra, millisecond that he needed to get there and punch that ball out. And I think that was a huge momentum swing for us. So I was excited about, what I saw in the game. I'm excited to, continue to see us grow and develop and take some of the lessons from those games. Because like I said, it wasn't the cleanest game. I think it was closer than what it needed to be, even though we were on the road in their building. I feel like that game was closer than what it needed to be. But we came out with the W, so that's all that matters.
Oh, man, great takeaways. Peachy, any takeaways from you from week 2 other than what Mo's described?
I actually have a negative take. Disappointed in my boy, Renardo Green. Don't know what's going on with that dude, but because he was, I really thought that he was going to shine in this game, and he didn't. And I know, he's still growing and everything like that, and I get it. But, man, whatever is going on with him right now, I don't know what it is, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing from him. So it would have to be Green for me. Is what it would have to be.
They gave up the first explosive play of the game, 39-yard pass down the field. I think my thing when it comes to Renardo Green is he didn't play. He was injured a lot throughout camp, so he's kind of building those calluses. And it's okay to criticize him for his play. I mean, he's there. The thing is, he's there in the coverage. Like, he's there. He's just a fraction of a second late in reacting to it. And I think that's why you're seeing the explosive play. I think last week he had the penalty. This week is the explosive play. I think he had a penalty in this game, too, if I'm not mistaken. There were 3 defensive penalties. Only 5 penalties for the 49ers overall in this game. For 40 yards, 5 penalties that counted. There was a penalty. Actually, he got the flag on that play, but it was negated because they declined it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he did get the flag. He got pass interference on that play, but they declined it because it was 39-yard bomb, like, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna get tested. You guys we gotta understand that he's in his second year, and people are going to test him. The one person they not throwing to is Demo, right? Like, they already said that Diamador Lenore is a lockdown defender. We're not even going to test him. You know what I'm saying? But let's test the other guy, and it makes sense. If you're an offensive coordinator for any team, you're going to test the second-year guy. You want to see what he's made of. They tested him on that first play, and he got beat and got the penalty drawn. So I get it, like Renardo Green, But any other takes from you, Peach?
I just thought overall that the 49ers did a really good job. I felt like that they actually impressed me a lot more. I know that it was the Saints, but the way the game started was a little scary. But then once Mac Jones, warmed up, like I said, I always call him Mac and Cheese Jones whenever he looked like he did at the very beginning of the game. And I literally put on X, that he wasn't Mac and Cheese Jones. He was actually Mac Jones out there, getting the job done when he loosened up or whatever happened or whatever they did, breathing exercises or whatever it was to calm him down. But once he got in rhythm, he looks really good. I would like for him to get the ball out quicker. That would be good, especially, the way our O-line is and everything. And I also thought that Kobe did a really good job coming out there. So good that apparently he's going to be out there against the Cardinals. So I really felt like that he held up pretty well. And we had a couple of substitutions during the game that we had to, make and everything like that. So the fact that he was able to do that was really good.
Yes, some good takes from that. You talked about Mac Jones early, the 3 incomplete passes. I mean, look, the pressure, you got to watch the film in order to understand what happened, but there was boot action on the first play, and they read it, and the run defense was in, and they were in there before Mac Jones could turn around and look. So he had to throw the ball away. It was at the feet, of his running back in the area. And then the same with the other 2 passes. Like, the offense, it was weird to see them not run the ball, from the jump. But Saints has a pretty good run defense, so it kind of made sense that they were just trying to get him into a rhythm early, which they did. They adjusted on that second drive, and they were able to get points out of it. As far as you mentioned somebody else, who did you just mention?
Kobe.
Connor Kobe.
Connor Kobe. Yeah, Connor Kobe came in, gave up 0 pressures in the game. That means no hits, no hurries, no sacks. He played predominantly the whole time. I mean, and he's starting by default. Like, I want people to understand, Injury, Ben Barch, we'll talk about that. He's going on the IR. But he looked really good out there in pass protection. I want to be specific because I don't want to like sugarcoat shit for anybody. Like pass protection, the offensive line is good. Oh, you mentioned pass protection. The offensive line was actually really good this game, in my opinion. They gave him enough time. He needs to get the ball out of his hand, period. You can't hold the ball for 6 seconds and expect to have a positive play. At some point, there's going to be pressure in your face. And my biggest gripe with Mac Jones was there was particularly one play that I think pissed me off more than anything, and it was the one that they credited Colton McKivitz the sack on. And I just don't understand how Colton McKivitz gives up that sack after he pancakes his guy, gets his guy on the ground. His guy pulls him down because Colton McKivitz is thinking Mac Jones got rid of the ball. And then Colton takes McKivitz out of the play. And then, yes, he forced the pressure and Mac Jones got sacked on that play. But if you count the Mississippis, it's like about 10 of them things. I didn't even know you played a 10 Mississippi. I was 3 or 5. 3 or 5. You know what I'm saying? So Mac does have to speed up the processing a little bit. I know he's looking for that shot down the field, but if it's not there, hit your check down. It was available and he missed it. He overlooked the check down several times. So yeah, he's got room to improve for sure. But just to cap off the takes overall, man, I thought the Niners, if they could have done anything different, I wanted to see more ball moving on the ground. Like running the ball was just it was obsolete. Like in this game, like they stuck with the passing. And I understand the Saints were taking away the run. And I expect every team that the San Francisco 49ers play to put 8 to 9 people in that box and force the quarterback to throw the ball. I expect it. That's just how people pay Kyle. That's how people play Kyle Shanahan. That's how they play him. It's not what we like, but if you can get one of those gas runs to the outside zone or whatever to get you a big chunk of plays, a chunk of yards, potentially you could set up for that play action pass and then kind of like change that defense. So we'll see how it goes in week 3. JP Hellahar says, how many missed tackles? 12 of them things. Right in the gut. Damn. And did I not say, Peachy, that you can't big hit, stick, or arm tackle Alvin Kamara? It's unacceptable.
Right.
The dude pulls trucks.
Exactly.
If he can pull a truck, Mose, he can break an arm tackle.
Easy.
Right?
Easy.
So you got to wrap and tackle him. Like you got to. You got to make sure he goes down. That dude is stronger than strength. And strength is pretty strong. I've watched him over the years. He doesn't seem to be aging. And it was really good to see those two, him and Christian McCaffrey, two of my favorite running backs in the NFL. They were same year, 2017. They came into the league 2017. McCaffrey, first round pick. Alvin Kamara, second round pick. And Mose, you know Alvin Kamara was supposed to be our pick. You do know that, right? That was our pick.
I heard of that. Yep.
We traded up to get Reuben Foster with the Saints back in the first round, and they had our pick in the second round. We would have had our own version of Christian McCaffrey or Alvin Kamara. So it's just crazy, man. Like, what a career. Let's talk about Fred Warner. Congratulate Fred Warner, man. Defensive NFC Player of the Week for week 2. This dude had like 11 tackles, bro. The forced fumble again. Mose, you talked a little bit about that forced fumble. Like, what did you see on that play? I know Peachy said she saw it as a fumble. I think everybody saw it as a fumble. It was coming down to the discretion of what the ref saw because they didn't rule it as a fumble. They ruled it as a catch and him might possibly being down. So what were your initial thoughts on Fred just playing heads-up football?
I mean, that's who he is. Like, I don't expect anything less from Fred Warner at that point. Like, if he didn't make that play, I would be surprised. I wasn't surprised that he made the play. And I understand the announcers have a job to do, but them saying that, oh, well, if he caught it, then it might be incomplete. No, he caught it. He made a move. He got tackled, tried to keep himself up. So, like, not only did he catch it, not only did he take steps, but in the midst of him getting tackled, he tried to keep his balance and stay up and keep himself alive on the play. all of those things constitute that he has possession of the ball. It's a catch. He's moving forward. And then as he's going to the ground and trying to hold himself up, Fred comes in and he punches it out, his signature punch out that he always does. So I'm not surprised that he made the play. He's showing, the same life, the same vitality, the same vigor that he's always shown. He's a leader of this defense for a reason. And with that play, he set the tone.
I think he's a leader of the team. Peachy, Fred Warner, like how much longer do you think Fred can play at this elite
level,
right? Because he's beyond all pro. I mean, he's got so many damn all pros at this point. Like, he's got to be entering the conversation of one of the greatest linebackers, all-time great. Okay, that's what I was asking. Like, so Peachy, like, how much longer do you think Fred is going to be able to play at this level?
Knock on wood. Excuse me. Knock on wood. Oh, my throat. Okay, that sucks. Knock on wood. Health. Not health. At least, like 5 more years. Because I just don't see, at least like at this level, 5 more years, and I think he's just gonna get better and better and better. So I would give him 5. Fred's tough, man. He's played through all kinds of stuff and then rebounded and just bounced back, like a rubber band. And I don't know, 5.
He's 28 years old. In 5 years, he'll be 33.
Yeah.
Mose, I need you to look some stuff up for me too, because I need to know what 33-year-old linebackers are still playing in the NFL right now at an elite level.
Breezy. This lets me know I'm where I need to be.
Okay.
Because before you said you needed me to look stuff up, I was already looking at it.
Oh my God! Because how old is Bobby Wagner? Did he hit the 30?
Those are the 2 names that I looked up.
Levante David, Bobby Wagner.
Oh, I didn't look up Levante.
Ooh.
Bobby Wagner and somebody who we just played, who is still playing at an elite level. Demario
Davis. Yeah.
Demario Davis is playing at an elite level. Bobby Wagner's 35.
Yes.
Demario Davis is 36.
Damn. So
Fred Warner is only 28.
Peachy's number 5 isn't far-fetched. And
not at all. I think 5 is low.
Minimum?
Is a low ball.
Right, because you got to look at Fred's role and style. All right, hear me out. I have a vision. Linebacker, let's say the Niners linebackers develop, right? Let's say D. Winters is developing, you kind of re-sign him, and let's say like Nick Martin is taking the turns in the right step. He can probably replace one of these guys, right? So you got your linebackers. Fred can play that safety role at an elderly age and play it well. No one processes. Fred is the ultimate processor of the game.
100%.
Because as much as y'all loved the forced fumble, bump all that. That wasn't my favorite play. My favorite play was the diving PBU he had in this game where he was covering maybe Juwan Johnson or Alvin Kamara. One of them, he was covering him, and he was on them, and it was no PI. It was no nothing. It was great defense, PBU like he was a nickelback, and I'm like, yo, Fred is different. Like, Fred is different than different. And so that could be, if he gets elderly in the age and you guys are developing, you could drop Fred back more into coverage, and who is going to have better vision than him to play the safety role? He might not have that elite safety speed because the game is going to continue to get faster, but he has the processing. He knows the angles and the math.
I think a Cam Chancellor.
Big nickel.
If it wasn't for his neck injury, he might still be playing football right now.
Good point. I forgot about that.
Elite processor and a great hitter. So even if the ball gets to him, it's not getting beyond him. He's going to make the stop.
Okay, here we go.
And Fred has safety experience.
Yes.
That's why I said that. BYU, he was a safety converted to linebacker. You guys,
he's versatile.
1,000%. Like 1,000%. That's why I think his pass skill coverage is elite. because he sees the game as a safety, but he plays the game as a linebacker. And that's crazy. And you got how many teams have tried to mock what the San Francisco 49ers did?
Oh, everybody.
I'm talking about as far as getting a Fred Warner. Like Fred is one of one. But remember Isaiah Simmons from the Cardinals? They tried.
Yep.
Safety, give me safety.
With him.
They tried. No, it didn't work. It didn't work. He didn't have the processing. He had that physical attributes, the ability, the speed, all that. He just didn't understand the game. He didn't understand what was being thrown at him.
No.
You know, Peachy, Mark says Willis or Warner. And that's going to be the ultimate question.
Don't do that.
You got to do it because we have to get to this point. Fred is going to. Fred is. If once I tell you what, you say don't do that.
No.
When the first Super Bowl the 49ers win, Fred surpasses Patrick Willis.
Oh.
That's the only thing he's missing.
Dang.
Now, if Willis would have had that Super Bowl, it would be a tougher conversation. But the moment Fred gets the bowl, he might be the greatest 49ers linebacker of all time. And damn sure
he leads this defense and gets them a bowl. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I love Patrick Willis.
Of course.
I do too. Oh, God.
That never changes.
And I think Patrick Willis knows that. I think Patrick Willis would be like, yo, you know, different game, different time, different era. But I think Pete Willis would be like.
It's definitely different.
Yeah. So congratulations again to Fred Warner on his achievement. How many more defensive players of the week you think he'll get this year, this season?
Maybe 2 or 3.
Okay.
I feel like they try to. If he has an undeniable game, they're going to give it to him. But I also do feel like they try to spread that around and try to show love. So if some guys have similar stats, they'll kind of give it to one guy more than another guy. But
yeah, they don't want to, keep giving it to the same person over and over again like that. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the NFL? Oh, okay. Nah, fuck that, yo. Give credit to a credit. If Fred continues to ball out and beast out on cats every single week, then he deserves the award. That's that type of person that I'm in. If you continue, like, don't be mad at Fred. Don't knock the player. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get like him. Like, try to outdo him. That's what competition is all about. You know, it's gonna take. And then the NFL has got some linebackers, but I could tell you right now, Fred is one of one. Niner Cali Boy says, I think some of these players' longevity is dependent on a Super Bowl ring. If we get that 6th ring, I think Kittle and Warner and definitely Trent. I don't know if Kittle will walk away yet. I don't think he's done. Fred's definitely not done.
Not even close.
I could see Kittle being next, but Trent would definitely walk off into the sunset. I think getting the Super Bowl, Trent would be like, there is nothing left to play for at this point. It's the only thing that's keeping him going. You know what I mean? In my opinion. And yes, Patrick Willis had to leave early due to the foot injuries. Remember, he had some stuff going on with his feet. Oh man, what a thing, yo. And the cool thing is, it's great to talk about linebackers with the San Francisco 49ers because, during the offseason, we can do all the great linebackers that the 49ers drafted and brought in to play the position. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over some roster moves. Peachy, you got these roster moves, and the Niners continue to do what they need to do to keep their team fluid and going. Why don't you discuss or introduce the roster moves that they made for upcoming week 3 against the Cardinals?
So we have Braden Willis, who is now on the 53. He got promoted. And then Ben Barch, which was placed on the IR. And Brandon Parker was signed to the practice squad.
So the Niners worked out several offensive tackles. Brandon Parker being one of them. He's been in the league since 2018. He was drafted by the Raiders. He played all 5 years with the Raiders. And now he is with the San Francisco 49ers and on the practice squad. So injuries, we talked about, some injuries to the 49ers offensive line. Ben Barch going to the IR. Worried, not worried? Will Ben Barch be back? Is Ben Barch this year's version of John Feliciano? What are your thoughts about this new injury to Ben Barch?
Not worried. I don't want him back. I don't want him playing on this offensive line. I'd rather Connor Colby do it.
Yeah, just throw him in the fire. Let him kind of figure it out, right?
Let him kind of figure it out. And he's doing it next to Trent freaking Williams. If there's anybody to play alongside of, to learn with real live action, just let him do it. I mean, the word is out. Ben Barch is injury prone. He's never played a full season. I don't expect him to play a full season. And even when he plays, is he serviceable? Yeah. But is he somebody you can hang your hat on as this is my solid left guard? Absolutely not. And so I'd rather, and we've always talked about it. Every season on the show, we talked about giving our young guys playing time to allow them to develop. And so if he's playing because of an injury, fine. But when he played in this game against a team that has a decent defensive line, have some veterans, have some guys with speed, have some guys with power, they're able to stop the run really, really effectively. And for him to play well, you mentioned earlier, he gave up 0 pressures. And it's not like Mac Jones dropped back 12 times. Mac Jones dropped back a lot. And so for this rookie to come in from an early injury and give up 0 pressures, let him continue to grow, learn, and develop, playing next to Trent, getting live reps, and allow him to see if he can take over this left guard spot.
Definitely like to take, man. Look, Ben Barch, definitely better when it comes to when healthy, when the 49ers are trying to move the ball on the ground. I think when you look at this 49ers offensive line, it's supposed to be built for the outside zone. And a lot of these players are struggling with the outside zone -1. like Trent can't be the only one that understands the scheme in which they're trying to break the ball. Watching the film of last week, man. McCaffrey wanted to break outside so many times, but he had to cut back inside because the blocking was subpar. It didn't really seal off so that I could get to that outside, and hit that next gear. And I think that's what the Niners are missing. I think Ben Barch brought that, but he was unhealthy. He was unhealthy before the season started. He was unhealthy last year. They re-signed him, and then he was on the PUP or the NFI, and then he got off of that, and then he practiced, and then he got dinged up, and now he had one injury. Now he's dealing with something totally different. I think it's a high ankle sprain right now. So it's just a bad series of injuries for Ben Barch, and his body is just breaking down. But I'm all for the next man up, right? And you drafted this kid, Connor Colby, in the 7th round. I thought this was a steal for him because I thought he should have been going in round 3, round 4 at the latest by a team that loves outside zone running. If you go back and watch Iowa's film, and if you watch how people are downing Caleb Johnson for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're not using him right. So that's dumbass their coach's fault, right? He's an outside zone guy. That's what they ran. So I look at Iowa. They like to move those guys, get them out. If the Niners are doing that, I think he'll be more effective in the run game. If it's more power gap and stuff, he's going to struggle. And I'm kind of waiting to see how the Cardinals' defensive front now. The Saints' defensive front is one thing.
Exactly.
There's some veterans on that joint. It's some old guys that, but the Cardinals, they've been building their defensive line for years, and they're young with the big old, with the veteran Calais Campbell. I'm interested to see if they're going to stunt, if they're going to do that. I'm interested to see how Connor Colby, if he handles it well in the division matchup, I'm with you, man. You can release Ben Barch. You could injury settlement, you can move on, bring in another guard or something like that, because you got your starting guard. So it's going to be interesting to see. Braden Willis back to the 53. This is going to be his second promotion. I can't remember how many times you can promote players from the practice squad to the 53 now. Remember, he got promoted last week, and he's going to get promoted this week. And I think he could be...
Isn't it 2?
I think it's 2. I can't remember, but I think it's 2. So it's 3. Chrissy says 3. We're going to go with 3. So if she says 3,
all right,
we'll go with 3. But
thank you, Chrissy.
Then Ronnie comes back in and says twice, and then Nigel says 3. Fuck it. It's 2 plus 3 divided by 2.5. They can come back 2.5 times. All right, 2.5 times they can come back. So, remember, George Kittle on the IR for another 3 weeks. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Niners sign another tight end. Maybe they go back and get Ross Dwelly to the practice squad. It's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, Snoopy, we are live, baby. Like, how live can we be? We are live in living color. You know what I mean? So, latest in roster moves. Let's go ahead and talk about the 49ers as far as their practice report. These players did not practice today and potentially won't play on Sunday. Like, I'm thinking today, Wednesday, Thursday is the day you really got to hang your hat, find out if they practice. If they don't practice on Thursday, that's when you're really going to be like, I can see them not playing. But Kyle Juszczyk still in the concussion protocol. Saron Neal concussion protocol. Yetur Gross-Matos, he has a knee injury. They're saying he's going to be week to week. But the way that they're using him is limited. And I think if he's healthy and good to go, I like the limited availability that he's able to provide, because that cat is winning on pressures. Like, he's just winning on pressure. Spencer Burford with a knee injury, henceforth the signing of Brandon Parker. Spencer Burford might be shut down this week, and Brandon Parker might be promoted. And then Jawan Jennings, shoulder, ankle injury. I'm expecting to see Jawan Jennings on this injury report every single week until, like, just every single week. I'm expecting it because he's playing injured. And just to look at the injury report, we'll go ahead and kind of see like how this is panning out for the Niners. You can see the Cardinals, man, a lot of limited participations. We already know that their secondary is kind of depleted. Will Johnson didn't participate. That's their rookie. He had a great week 1, and now he has the groin injury. But they got Max Melton. Looks like they're getting Max Melton back. He was limited. I'm just looking at their secondary. And that's pretty much it. Hey, Peachy, they got your guy Cody Simon from Ohio State.
I know.
And then you got the Niners. Nick Bosa did not practice. Spencer Burford, we talked about it. Jordan James, full participation. Will we get Jordan James action this week against the Cardinals? Or is it going to be Christian McCaffrey, Brian Robinson Jr.?
I think Brian Robinson Jr. is going to split carries with Jordan James.
You think it's time?
I think it's time. I think we need to see. Obviously, we drafted Jordan James for a reason. If he's healthy, I think we need to see what he can do. I mean, yes, we made the trade for Brian Robinson. I think he was better than what we had available. And I mean, he's been solid so far, but like nothing to write home about, right? Nothing to get excited. I'm actually really, really upset because both of the Vikings games have been prime time, and I'm just watching Jordan Mason run out there, and he's explosive, and he's hitting the holes, and he's gaining a lot of yards like he used to do with us. So I'm kind of upset about that trade. But I definitely want to see what Jordan James can do, see if he can give us a little bit more of a spark, because we're used to the Raheem Mosterts, right? We're used to when Elijah Mitchell was healthy and him being that 1-2 punch with Christian McCaffrey. We saw a lot of Christian McCaffrey in the first half, and then all of a sudden we'd see Elijah Mitchell in the second half, and he'd be breaking explosive runs. So I don't think we're going to get the explosiveness from Brian Robinson Jr. I think he's our short yardage back, our tough back when we need to get 1 or 2 tough yards. But I would also like to see some explosiveness in the third and fourth quarter from somebody with a little bit more juice. And I think Jordan James can provide us that.
I also think Brian...
sorry.
Go ahead, PG.
I was just going to add to that, kind of expand on that a little bit. I actually feel the same way because I don't know how this like skipped my mind. I meant to say this when I was talking about the Saints game. Why does sometimes when Brian Robinson Jr. is running, it looks like he has weights on his feet?
Well, that's what I was going to talk about. So Brian Robinson Jr. is still learning the offense, right? And it's super designed to where if it's gap, he has to know the gap portion on how to run as well if it's an outside zone play. And so that they kind of didn't run that way in Washington. Like
Right.
if you go back and now they do, but that's why he didn't work. That's probably why they traded him, because he's not that style of a runner. That guy is what Mo said. He can get you explosive runs, but he's more gap penetrated. And I think he's still learning the nuances of Kyle Shanahan's system. It's going to take him a little bit more time because he hasn't been here, right? And so you're hoping it will be, when it comes to him, you're hoping it will be sped up because he came out of that system in Washington the last season, but they didn't use Brian Robinson like that. Man, they were still letting him ground and pound that ball up the middle. You could see Washington's offense is struggling right now without Brian Robinson because they're missing that grit. They're missing that. I think Brian is going to be fine. I think he's more of your power back. And I think but they're trying to get him acclimated to, if McCaffrey is down, we need you to be able to do this and do that. I'm surprised nobody said Isaac Guerrero, because I'm starting to feel like Isaac Guerrero is falling down the depth chart. Now, I don't think he's behind Jordan James on the depth chart, but if you're looking for an explosive guy, that's the guy. Like that's the one hit runner. That's your Raheem Mostert. He makes the one cut, make that one guy miss. He's Audi 5,000. We've never seen Jordan James play. So I would give Guerrero the one up, but it just seems like Bobby Turner is going with Christian McCaffrey, Brian Robinson, unless there's an injury and he has no other opportunity to insert another dude. So we'll see what happens, man. I hope so. I would love to see more explosive plays, like, instead of, like PG said, dude running with bricks in his feet. To be fair, if you watch his runs, he had an explosive run last game, but if you watch his runs, the moment he gets the ball, they're in the backfield. So it's like the defenses are also playing really good run defense. Like they know when we're running the ball. Got to figure that out. Like that's bothering me. Tommy says, I said Brendo is first ballot Hall of Famer. Brendo played his best game against the Saints. If you can go to the Hall of Fame, Tommy, thank you for the super chat contribution. If you can go to the Hall of Fame off of your best game in 3 years, then damn it, sign me up. But I ain't never say this. I definitely didn't say this.
No.
Niner Cali boy, member for 30 months, man. Air horns to you. Do you think we'll see Nick Martin this week to counter the midget man? I was told I couldn't say midget. So to counter little man.
La Boo Boo.
Yep. Murray's speed. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Kyle has his linebackers. Johnny Holland has the ones he's gonna go with, and you're gonna get, even though this logically makes sense, if Nick Martin, we don't spy.
Right.
I'm not saying we shouldn't spy, but the Niners
I was just about to say we don't, but shouldn't we?
No, because if you spy Murray, you're leaving somebody getting open in coverage. And if Murray can fake that spy out, somebody wide open. It's a dangerous game. You're trusting your edge rushers, like you're trusting your edge setters, right? You're trusting to keep him in the pocket, right? And that's what you're trusting. You're trusting them to not let Murray break outside. As long as Mykel Williams I watched him get Spencer Rattler out of bounds. Like, that was dope. Like, I'm hoping we get that. But I don't know. I'm not saying that you shouldn't spy him, but I just feel like that's not a 49ers defensive tactic anymore. The spy is gone. Like,
and I mean, I would say this. I think, possibly having Nick Martin out there doing it would be good. But I think we saw something in this Saints game where they went to 3 safeties. Jair Brown has been playing really, really good, and he played good this last game against the Saints.
12 snaps, but he played those 12 snaps were like
he played
perfect.
12 solid snaps.
Yeah.
And so I think those 12 snaps was solid testing. Can I run this defense, and how good does it look? And I feel like in those 12 snaps, it was a net positive. And so for Kyler Murray, maybe you don't have Jair spying, but you got 4.3 speed Marquise Siegel. So maybe we don't bring Nick Martin off the bench and have him spy, but Siegel, who's already been acclimated, he's been a starter, he's been playing in these games, maybe you kind of have him floating in his safety spot. And I think if that line can contain, and we just need Bosa and Michael when they're on the outsides to just keep Murray contained, I think we have the guys who can cover. Yes, I know Renardo Green struggled, but we know they're only going to throw to one side. They're not throwing to Demo at all. So they're only going to throw to one side. And maybe we don't need to spy, because when Upton Stout is healthy and he blitzes, he gets home. Now, he missed one on Spencer. He got one. I think he did get one sack that game.
He got the first. Yeah, he got the
one.
first sack. Yeah.
When he got in the second time, he missed that one. But when they bring him off the edge on a blitz, he gets home. He gets to the quarterback. So maybe that's how we counter that. Maybe we don't spy, but maybe we see a lot more Upton Stout in the box around the line of scrimmage with the threat of the blitz to make Kyler Murray think, okay, I can't run this one. I have to get the ball off quick. So I don't know.
Like I said, it's a weird thing. It's a gamble, because when you spy, depending on who you spying with, it's a gamble. Like, I don't want Fred Warner spying because I need him in coverage, right? But I need somebody that's gonna be quick and understand the angle proportion. I don't want, definitely don't want Jair Brown spying, right?
No.
I could see Siegel doing it, but that to me is going to be more dictated about what the Cardinals do. Like, I think the Cardinals are going to try to take advantage of Siegel. He's the young pup. They're going to go at him, and it's going to be my matchup nightmare, like, all week. Like, right? Like, so it's going to be McBride versus Siegel. Like, I'm signing up. That's my matchup nightmare, and I don't want to see it. And I'm not saying Siegel won't be victorious on it, but he's going to lose some of those reps. Let's just keep it a buck. Like, and that's nothing against him. He's just going to be playing against probably the best tight end in the NFL at this point, if that's how they look to set up the matchup. So we got to see how the Cardinals are going to come out here and their sets. Let's go ahead and break down some of these rankings, kind of like to where they are, preview the game a little bit. We'll talk about Mac Jones and Brock Purdy. Speaking of Brock Purdy, he was limited at practice, but his limitations had him kind of running and throwing, and it kind of looked like he's going to play, even though Kyle Shanahan said if he can't go, he will be that emergency quarterback suited up, ready to go in if need be. You know, that's one of those.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Listen.
Because I feel like that it's gamesmanship at this point is what I think it is.
Yep.
If it's not, PG, I hope what you're saying is correct. Because if it's not, I honestly, and people may kill me for this, I think it's a mistake
To play him?
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's so. I'm finicky when it comes to the Niners and how they disclose some of these injuries, right? And I don't think the injury is as severe as people are making it seem. And that's just my take. Now, does he have turf toe or toe turf or something wrong with his foot? Yup. But is it that severe to where it would affect his play? He missed a game on the road, and if he's healthy and he can whip through, we've watched quarterbacks go through pain, play through certain types of levels of pain. This might just be one of those things. Now, if he can't plant his foot, Mose, then he shouldn't play. But
now,
if he's practicing and he's planting his foot and he's hitting these passes,
right?
I'm not buying this shit. Like, I'm just not.
I'll say this: I've had turf toe before, and I had turf toe not from playing football. Like, the most recent time I had turf toe was a couple years ago, because it was my first time doing the pin relays at my job, and I did a lot of walking for those 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I did a lot of walking. By like Monday, my left toe was screaming, and it was turf toe, but like walking,
it hurt.
Walking is painful. Like putting on your shoe is painful.
I understand that.
And so, like when they say he has turf toe, minimum of 2 weeks, max of 5 weeks.
They never said he had turf toe. Just want to put that disclaimer out
I
there.
was going to actually
What did they call it then?
say
Bro,
that.
We saying
Kyle
that he has
Shanahan
turf toe,
saff himself.
but Kyle Shanahan
He
never
just let people go with what they said. That's not that it never came out that Brock had turf toe.
I think Brock just had something a pebble stuck in his shoe, bro. Like and it got in his foot and they had to get it out.
The whole time I'm thinking it's because Joe
Now
Burrow got
that
turf toe, and
that
he
is
got
turf toe.
surgery. He got surgery.
Now that's turf toe. Now
He's
that is
out
turf toe.
till mid-December.
I'm trying to tell you, there's stages to it. I don't think it was ever disclosed as turf toe. You got to be careful. You got to listen to Kyle Shanahan and these things because he just.
All right, so if we're tinfoil hatting it right now,
they were tinfoil hatting it right now.
If Brock Purdy was not injured, what was the purpose?
Oh, just to get Mac Jones a little.
Maybe you just wanted to see what you had with your quarterback too?
Get Mac Jones in an away game, meaningless game. It's not a division game. It's an NFC game. But hey, man, we could beat them with Mac Jones, you know. And now you know what you got. So if Brock happened to go down on something a little bit more severe, now if it is turf toe, you know what I mean? Then how the fuck he out there practicing?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. They capping, motherfucker. They capping.
I know what turf toe feels
Lake City.
That ain't turf toe, bro. That is Ninja Turtle toe. That's a different toe.
Breezy, there was a full day where I was just laid up on the couch because it was like walking was unbearable, bro. My wife looking at me like, "What? Your toe?" I said, "Babe, I'm so serious."
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I saw the videos and I ain't see one grimace on that motherfucking face. Listen, when I run, because I got plantar fasciitis, that's the back of the foot. That shit hurt too. Now when I run, Mose, I could do it, but my face gonna be like, motherfucker, hurry up. Like, hurry up. Get it over.
I gotta finish this.
I gotta finish this, right? There's some grimacing. Brock looked like Brock. I'm just saying, man. I think Brock had a fungus injury, and it is what it is. Now, it's not a conspiracy. I'm not saying he's not injured. I'm just saying I don't think it's as severe as with the reports. Because Ian Rappaport is the one that blew this out of proportion.
100%, like he always blows everything out of proportion.
You want to keep it a buck? The talking head blew this out of proportion. Because it went from, he might miss a week to 2 to 5 weeks.
Yes, it went from questionable to out 2 to 5 weeks. Wait, what?
Yeah, Ian is always about the drama.
And then he might go on the IR.
Right, exactly.
Which means he's mandatory out 4 weeks.
I did say Ninja Turtle, so like y'all gotta be.
Ian Rappaport is like rap sheet. He is all about the drama, as dramatic as he can possibly get it. That's what he's going to do.
Hold on, let me tell you how dramatic he is. Somebody right now on the live show, go pull up Ian Rappaport's page on Twitter and read the caption. Type the caption in the comment section and tell me what it says. This cat is going to talk about how he starred in the Draft Day movie 5 times. He had 5 cameos in the Draft Day. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Motherfucker, just cover football, bro.
Right.
And be right.
We don't care.
Anyway, sorry to go off of that disclaimer, man, but we went off tangent a little bit. Not really. Cardinals offense.
We still on it. We still on it.
Yeah, we still on it. Cardinals offense, they ranked 24th.
But wait, if he is injured, so We went to the side if he's not injured. Why do that?
Okay, now let's go to the side if he is injured.
If he is injured, and even if it isn't as severe as they made it sound. How much of it was Mac playing well where Brock was like, hey, man, you know what? this little foot thing, all right, man. I think I'm good. Let me get back in here before he have another good game of 3 touchdowns, no picks.
Bro, first of all, no picks. Brock, 2 picks. Mac, no picks. You want to have this conversation? You want to have this conversation? I've been saying
this is nitty gritty. This is where this conversation is supposed to happen.
I think I said to Mike earlier on the BAM show that this is something about quarterback controversy. It's not there, but it's there. It's underlining because I'm paying one motherfucker $265 million, and I'm paying another like $9 million, like
4.
that. 4, right? Because per year, you're right. I'm talking about 2 years, right? You're right. But totality is about 9, right? I'm just saying, Brock could look at it 2 ways, right? Brock can be like, hey, man, you go ahead and do your thing, man. I'm paid. Or Brock can be like, this motherfucker not taking my job.
He like, no. No.
He got the Matumbo finger going.
No. So how much was he motivated to say, you know what, I think I'm well enough to get in there and play? And that's the only reason why I said if he really is injured and he was motivated by how well Mac played to get back in there and to remind everybody why he's the starting quarterback, I think he's pushing himself too soon, and that's why I feel like it could be a mistake.
It could be. Either way, though, like looking at this game, Peachy, right? Like either way, you gotta believe in Mac or Brock versus this Cardinals team, who is 2-0, by the way. It's a 3-way tie for the NFC West division right now in this young season. You got the Cardinals, you got the Niners on top, Cardinals right there, and then the Rams, all 2-0 teams. The Cardinals, if they win this game, they would be solely top of the NFC West in first place. If the Niners win this game, just replace that. The Niners would be on top. And hopefully you get a loss. Hopefully the Eagles take care of business, and then to start to create some separation. The Niners will have 2 wins in the division, beating the Seahawks. But how confident are you in either Purdy or Mac Jones in this matchup, PG?
I'm actually really confident. I think that defense, that 49ers defense, man, they are really getting it together. And earlier than I actually thought that they were going to, because I feel like that we can hold our own enough as long as, like what Mo said when he was talking about that line, as long as they can contain Kyler and keep him in the pocket and don't let him get out running, doing his speed running like he likes to do. If they can contain him, we got this game. Mm-hmm. I feel like that we just have to, focus on, like Breezy says, the fundamentals and watch the missed tackles.
There's going to be some missed tackles.
Make sure. Well, of course, but
No. We went from 3, right? For week 1, 3, 4. It was low. I was happy. 3. I said that was the standard. We went from 3 to 12, yo. Like 3 to 12. And that was Alvin Kamara. James Conner is a forcing missed tackle machine.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And so I'm just like, damn. So there's going to be some missed tackles.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. They got to find a way to limit them. You spoke really well. Contain Kyler Murray. But let me just add this caveat. It's not just about containment. So people shit on Kyler Murray all the time. And I don't get it, because I think he's one of the smartest quarterbacks that plays football, especially when he feels you're containing him and the defense is playing depth. And Robert Saleh's defense is not a defense that likes to play close up. They play space. They limit the explosive play down the field. So guys are playing back off in coverage. Well, Kyler Murray sees that. And if there's no linebacker in the middle of the field because Fred Warner's down covering Trey McBride or James Conner or whatever, on a pass play, you know what Kyler Murray's going to do? He's going to say F containment and run straight up the middle and get those yards. So it's more, it's not just about containment. Both of you said that is a very key factor. It's more about being disciplined in your lanes and knowing what this cat is doing. If you're not going to spy him, you have to be disciplined and know that he will use his feet. My key to victory this week is stopping the run, but shifting some of that focus on Kyler Murray, because he don't care if James Conner don't rush for 100 yards. He will rush for 100 yards if you give him the space. Limit that space. That space is crucial in this game. And speaking of that, you know, you look at where they're ranked rushing. They are 13th in rushing. They're averaging about 114 yards per game. Where they're struggling is in their passing game, right? Like, they're not getting their passing game going. And, you know, if the Niners, like you said, PJ, if the Niners defense can do what they do, continue to apply pressure up front, force them to be a little bit rattled up front, play smart, play the containment, do all those things. I mean, they can struggle in their pass. I do like Marvin Harrison Jr., but I feel like that connection is just not there yet. And so you got to figure out who's going to be that guy he's going to connect to. Who's going to be the quick throw guy that he's going to connect to. That's the guy you got to circle on your thing. And I think that they try to take advantage and exploit the young secondary of the San Francisco 49ers. So that's that. Looking at the Cardinals defense, they're ranked 21st overall, 26 in pass. You know what this tells me, Mose? Do you run the ball more or do you throw the ball more against this Cardinals defense?
And see, maybe that's what Kyle was doing, I think, in anticipation for a divisional game. You mentioned it earlier. Yes, it's a conference game, but it's a non-division game. It's an early game. You can drop this one. Going 1-1 at the start of the season is not too bad.
It's on the road. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. It's one of those type of things. But I think he wanted to see if Mac is going to play and I need to lean on the passing game, what does that look like? And we've seen Kyle do it multiple times before. He will sacrifice a game plan for a game later down the line on his schedule, whether it's a division game or whether it's a big game against an opponent that we know that we're going to see come playoff time, right? And so I think, you know, his game plan versus the Saints was that let me stick more to the pass because, one, that'll give the Cardinals something to think about. We're already struggling in our secondary, and this team may be willing to come in and drop back 45 times. This is something that we need to key in on. And will they be able to do it successfully? I don't think so. But then also, if they're focusing more on the pass, then maybe that does, again, Kyle with his mind games, maybe that does open more things up in the running game as well. But I think you go at what their weakness is until they prove that they can stop it. So I think I'd be a little bit more pass happy.
I mean, a lot of football is playing around stats and numbers. That's what makes up statistics, tendencies, things like that, Peachy. I'm looking at this pass defense. They're 26th. And that's what my boy Budda Baker. Let me just read you their defense right now. Jalen Thompson, still their strong safety. Budda Baker, that's that one guy that I got circled. But you're getting back a kind of like an unhealthy Max Melton. Will Johnson is going to be questionable. He's not practicing today. That's their first round pick. And so then you got to look at Denzel Burke, some of their, you know, other string tackles, Elijah Jones, Denzel Burke, those guys. I think you take advantage of this young secondary. Sterling Thomas is on the IR. Joey Blunt's on the IR. Garrett Williams on the IR. Nickelback's going to be Keatrell Clark. So you got to take advantage of it. Now, I'm not saying that their secondary won't step up and play well. That'd be the week, right? But you got to find a way to exploit their weakness, and that's what Kyle Shanahan typically does. It's usually with linebackers. But this has got to be the week where he takes advantage. Budda Baker, though, let's talk about Buda Baker. Niner faithful, is Greg Dortch still on the team? Yes, he's still on the team. Isaiah Simmons is, I don't even know if he's in the NFL at this point, but he's not on their team. But Greg Dortch is still on the team. Henceforth, that's why I said that's that one little playmaker you got to watch out for. He'll line up in the backfield, he'll run on you, and he could be that quick guy in the slot as well. So we'll talk about their offense in a second. But defensively, the Niners, offensively, the Niners need to be able to take advantage of a weak-ass secondary, but their run defense is ridiculous. Like, they're giving up on average after the 2 games. There's no way that their run defense is only giving up that many yards. 78 yards. The Niners are averaging 98 yards per game, but their run defense is stingy. Let's go back and see who they played. The Cardinals played the Saints week 1, right?
And the
Panthers week 2.
Now, so we got, Alvin Kamara and Chuba Hubbard, they're not good running backs.
They're good running backs, but their teams aren't good.
People gonna say that about the Niners.
Yeah, but I get the
Panthers. I get the Panthers.
Yeah, they have Chuba Hubbard, but Chuba Hubbard only carried 10 times, and as a whole, they only ran 19 times. They were
because they took away the run, though.
They
took away the run because they were behind.
Also down. They were also down 20-3 at halftime, so they were forced to pass.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it was a close game, and because they took away the run, the only thing they could do was pass. The only thing they could do was pass because they were down 17 points going
because they took away the run. Like it go hand in hand, bro. Like if you can't run the ball effectively to open up your passing game, then we did our job. I think the Cardinals defense just laid an egg, even allowing them to come back because the Carolina Panthers started playing backyard football. And when you play backyard football, bro, anything can happen at that point. I kind of like it.
But the counter argument to that is the 49ers didn't start off running the ball against the Saints. We started off passing. We didn't use the run to set up our pass.
Because they were stacking the box to take away the run.
And the Cardinals are going to do the same thing, so that's why I'm not worried about it.
Every team is going to do the same thing.
And
but the Niners only rushed for 70-something yards last week because of that. We weren't behind. We actually led that whole game. We just really couldn't get the run game going because the Saints defense was taking away the run. I'm giving you a better run defense right now. Whether they played one team that we played, and then you can throw the Panthers in there, whatever. But their run defense is, and they don't got their first round pick playing, but they got Josh Sweat, Calais Campbell, Dalvin Tomlinson, and Darius Robinson up front. That's they built, bro. I'm not overlooking their run defense. That's all I'm saying. You got to find a way to run the ball by any means necessary. I don't care if Kyle gets creative. You got to find a way to run the ball. We tried last week. He's going to
have to get creative to figure out how to.
We tried. Ricky Pearsall, jet sweep, -4 yards. We ain't seen a jet sweep for the rest of the game, bro.
when you brought that up, Breezy, when you was talking about backyard football, it reminded me of a shout out to Annie Elise because. Man, you can be having the worst day in the world, and then when you get that NFL week report from her, when she said that Kyler and Bryce was out there running around looking like a Huggies commercial, I thought I was kind of.
First of all, Bryce Young is the smallest quarterback. You ever play Madden and they do like the small people version?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That's Kyler on the regular, and Bryce is just so thin. Like, how does he take hits?
They got him listed at 5'10", 204. No way.
Who?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young is 167 pounds.
Bro, he's the same size as Devontae Smith. Like, ain't no way.
Right. So
ain't
no
way.
Devontae Smith more cut.
And
though.
when he's out there,
Devontae got more muscles.
Whenever he was getting bludgeoned by that Cardinals line, oh my goodness, it was so crazy because he was. I wanted to go out there and like pick him up.
Yeah, like put him over my shoulder.
Enough?
It's gonna be all right, son.
Go.
It's gonna be all right.
Carry him
son.
off the field.
That's a tough kid, man. I'll give it to you.
Man,
he's tough as nails, and he gets pretty beat up.
Yeah.
But Kyler Murray, I think what makes him a little bit more dangerous is his elusiveness, right? Like he's able to escape certain defenses and pockets. I mean, and I thought we struggled against Spencer Rattler a little bit. And Spencer Rattler in the run game, as far as the breaking down, he was able to get away from some tackles, man. There was some missed tackles. There was some missed tackles. James Conner ain't the only one breaking tackles. Kyler Murray gonna make you try to arm tackle him, shoestring tackle him, whatever. And so that, to me, is what makes this game interesting. Because it's like, you want to force Murray to throw. You want him to make the throw. Like, you want him to make those right throws. So the moment he sees that defense break down is the moment he can do two things. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to finally be wide open just because of coverage, or he's going to take off and run and extend the play. And I think he's one of the kings of extending plays. He's not as great looking as Patrick Mahomes, but the kid is dynamic on the feet. So I'm not worried. I'm not scared. The Niners got a tall task. This is a divisional game. Shout out to the NFL for just hitting us on the head with divisional games, Thursday Night Football, like bam, 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 like just divisional games. Shout out to the NFL for getting this one right. But damn it, NFL, week 3, and the Niners, we had our divisional game week 1, 2 against the Seahawks. Week 3, Niners got to play their second divisional game. It's going to be interesting, bro. It's going to be interesting, Peachy. Like, not saying that the Niners won't get it done. Budda Baker, though, is the one that I'm trying to figure out. There's no Kyle Juszczyk, and there's no George Kittle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Two guys I'm trying to match up against Budda. Like, and George and Budda is obviously that matchup that we like to see, but no George Kittle. So if Budda, what does this mean for Budda, though? Like, does he get the free roam? Like, does he? That's a scary Budda.
See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they're just gonna let him just cut loose, and that's what's terrifying because
honestly, I have an opposite take.
Okay, go ahead.
I think Budda roaming free, particularly against us, might benefit us.
Okay.
Because I think if Kyle is in his bag, I think he can scheme some stuff up and disguise some stuff to get him looking in a different way and get him confused a little bit. I think Budda plays better against us when he's focused. Now, he doesn't win because Kittle is Kittle.
Right.
Kittle is Kittle.
I like that.
But
I like that.
Budda's focused and he makes plays. And when he's in that element,
he's healthy
and
too,
he knows his assignment.
Yes.
Then everyone else knows their assignment. But I think his assignment is going to switch if he's allowed to free roam. That could then, one, we can kind of disguise some things up to get him confused a little bit. But if his assignment is always switching, especially with a secondary that's young, inexperienced, and not fully healthy, then that could confuse some other people on the back end, and we might be able to get some big plays, some explosive plays, because folks are out of position and they don't know what they're doing. So it could be a bad thing. I completely agree, because Budda's like that. It could be a bad thing that he's just got free reign and to roam and do whatever he want to do. But I think if we play it right, and if Kyle plays it right, I think we can use that to our advantage.
We keep saying Kyle, and I like that. You know, that's the guy drawn to the play call. It's going to come down to the quarterback.
That too.
And so I'm not sold on Brock Purdy controlling the safety at this moment. He didn't play well in week 1. He played well, but the interceptions, he just whatever. Week 2, Mac didn't throw into that crazy safety coverage. But now if they disguise Buda Baker, that's the key. Like, right? So, like, how do you know what his role is going to be, which can cause turnovers? And so it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. They got to figure out how to take Buda Baker out. They don't have a player, Mose and Peachy, that they can utilize. That's what made the Niners so dynamic against the Cardinals and Buda Baker. Yeah, it was Saturday night main event every time George Kittle was on the football field.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not here. That's your Buda isolation maker right there. Like, that's the guy you don't got to worry about. Let's focus on these other guys. Make Jalen Thompson step up. Make this guy step up. Make this guy step up. So I'm hoping your theory is right, because if you do get the miscommunication, how about the what did Fred Warner used to do? Overcompensate a lot when he was missing Dre Greenlaw.
Yep.
Now we don't see that because he trusts Winters. He
true.
trusts his other guys. You know, maybe you'll get some overcompensation to where he's overplaying and then makes mistakes out there. So, Moj, you could be right about the whole Buda Baker. Let's talk about some key matchups, and then we'll do our score predictions, and then we'll get out of here. Actually, before position matchups, Moj, Peachy, give me a breakout offensive player and defensive player for the Niners in this game. And then, Moj, you do the same thing. Who you got your eyes on this week in this week's matchup?
Offensive player. So I have my eyes, I think, this week on Christian McCaffrey.
CMC.
I feel like
it's the week
that
he caught his first touchdown pass last week. This
exactly.
The week. Is he? I got a feeling he's gonna throw for a touchdown in this game.
Yep.
I like that. Defensive, who you got?
Defensively, I'm gonna go with I'm actually gonna go with Jair Brown.
Ooh.
Nice.
Let me ask you this. Do you think he gets more or less than 12 snaps, defensive snaps this game?
I think that Jair this week, I think that he may actually get more.
I like that. He's earning his reps back out there. Like,
yes,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like, he's earning his reps.
Yep,
I actually like that. All right, so we got CMC. And let's make note of this. CMC and Jair Brown. Mose, who you got offensively and defensively?
I want to go against the grain here.
Do your thing, Playboy.
But I don't know if he's going to get any snaps. But I
You
feel
talk about like Nick Martin or something?
No, offensively. I'm talking about
offensively.
Watkins.
I think Watkins is healthy. And he was at practice.
And that's what if he's healthy and he was at practice,
but I think he's going to be inactive. This is another week.
If he's going to be inactive, yeah, I don't want to go there. So
I'm only saying that most because of the surplus. If you sign Kendrick Bourne, Juwan Jennings, if he's not healthy and not able to play, then maybe Jordan Watkins. But Ricky Pearsall is going to get the targets, and then Kendrick Bourne is going to get targets. And so,
yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying breakout like he's going to come in after.
No, you're saying who you got your eyes on. Yeah, no, I got you.
And get like 5 or 6 targets. I mean, even if it's just one big play because of his speed.
He could be that explosive play that they need on the offensive side. Yeah.
But I'm a cheat.
Okay.
And I'm going to take an offensive player who can help out in special teams because he need to start doing something to make it worth it. I'm going to go Sky Moore, and I'm going to say he's going to get a return touchdown this game.
Oh,
I love that.
Sugar
Okay.
snaps. All right, so we doing bold. Like that's more bolder than PG's.
Sky Moore.
Jair Brown. Everybody hates Jair Brown now, too, by the way. But that was bold. That was bold. All right, so damn, I don't even know where to go after. All right, so we're going defensively.
Defense, I gotta show love to my defensive tackles, and I think I've seen Kalia Davis make some great plays.
Yes, he has.
He is an absolute monster. getting into the backfield and getting some tackles for loss. But I think he's going to help push the pocket. Especially if our edge rushers can kind of keep contained on the outside, Michael Williams, holding that point of attack and setting the edge. Nick Bosa doing the same thing. And I can definitely see Kalia Davis having an effect, not only in the run game and trying to slow down James Conner, but also pushing the pocket and not allowing Kyler Murray, anywhere to step up since he can't go, east and west. So I'm going to say Kalia Davis has a breakout game on the defensive side of the ball.
Love it. Offensively, I'm going to go with the guy that went 3 for 3, just got back in 49ers threads.
Yes.
And is playing with an energy surge like none other. That's right, my boy KB. I think he's going to get 5 targets in this game, catch all 5 with a touchdown in the red zone. Touchdown in the red zone. KB. Defensively, man, I like the reps that I'm getting from big number 95. Give Alfred Collins more snaps. That big fella is getting in the backfield. We talk about pressure this, pressure that. Now he's a dominant force, obviously, in the run defense, but he's finding ways to get into the backfield. Now that they gave up that throw, but it was a penalty. I think the penalty was on Upton Stout, and it shouldn't have been a penalty, but the pressure was there. I don't even know how he made that throw with big number 95, Alfred Collins, in his face. I think Alfred Collins is going to see more reps, more snaps, and just have more of a dominant presence on the defensive side. So my breakout player defensively, Alfred Collins. Offensively, Kendrick Bourne, red zone touchdown. There you go right there. All right, matchups, position key matchups. So, Mose, I'm going to let you go first. I already know who Peachy is, and hopefully Mose doesn't take mine, but I'm curious to know, Mose, who you got matchup-wise, 49ers versus the Cardinals in this game? Key matchups.
Key matchups.
Let me change that to key so people know what we're talking about.
I feel like I know where y'all going.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to go somewhere
Now
different.
go where you want to go. I want you to go where you want to go.
But I want to go here. I want to go Hyena versus Maserati Mars.
We weren't going there. I can tell you that right now.
Nah, I know y'all weren't going there. That's why I was trying to figure out a place where y'all wasn't going.
I freaking love it.
I'm going Demo Maserati Marv. I think the first 2 games, Demo has not been challenged.
It's time.
And if there's any team that's going to try to challenge him, 1 is going to be Kyler Murray, and 2 is going to be Maserati Marv. So I want to see that if Demo can shut him down and do what he's been doing for the first 2 weeks and can completely eliminate that side, completely take MHJ out of this game, then Kyler is limited to scrambling and trying to find Trey McBride. And so I think that makes it easier for our defense to kind of know, okay, this is eliminated. He only has these few options left. Now let's figure out how we shut those down. So I'm interested to see that matchup and see if they even try to test Demo this week.
That's a key matchup. Peachy, who's your key matchup?
So we all know that James Conner always gives the 49er headaches every time he does. That's going to be up to our NFC Defensive Player of the Week, Fred Warner, to try to prevent that from happening.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Fred Warner versus James Conner. Just a quick question. You think they try to get James Conner out there and receiving?
Yes.
Fred Warner in coverage? Okay.
Absolutely do.
Yeah. This is going to be that game. This is I've seen this matchup before. Now, I watched Conner last week. He looks a little bit smaller. I don't know. Right? Maybe my eyes are deceiving me. Let me just tell you about my eyes. I know I'm getting older, right? But I'm on the internet today. And I post the news, the updates and stuff. And I can't find any clear pictures. I think my internet is broke. Like something, the internet is broke. Now I want you to go out and test and see if you can find some clear pictures. And usually when I go to a picture, I know the specific sites that have the clear pictures, so I can post. They're like blurry, and I can't use them. I don't want to use blurry photos or images. I think the internet has did a 360 on Breezy, bro. Now I check with some of my peoples. I had to hit up my peoples. I'm like, yo, are you struggling to find pictures? He was like, I thought it was me. I thought my internet was broke too. I was like, man, I'm sitting here struggling. Like, and so I said that to say, I don't even know why I said that shit. I don't even know why I brought that up. Like what were we talking about?
So I think what it was because when you were talking about that Connor looked smaller.
Okay, there it is. I knew
last week.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Maybe my TV was deceiving me.
It just goes back to what everybody was talking about when they were saying that it's just like between Kyler and Bryce, it just looked like a freaking Pee-wee.
No. They are smaller. No. They are smaller.
I know that, but they're just saying like the whole illusion of the way it looked, which is why Annie said what she said. Was it everybody just running around?
I just go. I just saying, pull up the James Conner footage. He doesn't look as big and brolic. Now, that does not mean he runs different. That cat runs like he's Optimus Prime. And I remember last year him getting the best of Fred Warner. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yes.
I'm not one to sugarcoat it, and maybe Fred was playing on a bum ankle. No excuses. But I remember James Conner trucking the whole 49ers defense and dragging their asses too. All right, that cannot happen this week.
Right.
That cannot happen. I don't care what he look like. I don't care how small he is. It can't be no trucking and no dragging. You heard? No trucking, no dragging. I'm with you, Peachy, on that matchup. Fred, you got to get there, man. And this comes to the 49ers defensive front doing their job so that Fred can play downhill. Part of that was that Fred had big-ass offensive linemen pushing him back. So by the time he shed the block, it was a truck moment. All right. So, yeah, my matchup, though, it's going to vary. So I'm going to say Trey McBride. And I said that to say it's going to vary. And the reason why I feel like it's going to vary because it depends on how they utilize Trey. Now, they can put him in a slot. And yep, the tight end can play in the slot. That's how fucking dynamic he is. And we should know a dynamic tight end that kills the 49ers in the slot because he did it in 2 Super Bowls, but I'm not going to mention his punk-ass name. But my point is you put Trey there. The Niners are young at 2 positions that I feel like are going to be responsible for this guy. Upton Stout in the slot and freaking Marquise Siegel. I watched Marquise Siegel get torched by Juwan Johnson. Now, Trey's better than Juwan Johnson.
Yes. Miles better.
He's just as athletic. I don't care if he's white. That white dude could jump. He got hands. He got he's the guy. He's the
Trey's a bad man.
He's the cream of the crop, right? He's the cream of the crop. Tight end, cream of the crop.
Yes.
If I'm the Cardinals, I'm heat seeking Marquise Siegel. I'm heat seeking Upton Stout because those guys are getting penalties. And I'm going to force this matchup on the San Francisco 49ers. That's my key matchup of the week. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but they got to figure it out. I mean, they got to figure it out. And they don't even got a lot of weapons. They just got a lot of players that play well under this regime because they've been playing together for 30 years. Obviously, they're going to figure it out at some point. You know what I mean? But Marvin Harrison Jr. is there. Maserati Marv. Demo, got to lock that down.
And don't forget about Michael Wilson.
That's the sleeper. Because that's the guy that caught all the touchdown passes.
Yes.
He's the sleeper. He's the freaking sleeper. All right, score predictions. Hour and a half show, just like I said it would be. Shout out to everybody that rocked out with us for these 90 minutes. You guys deserve a round of applause for sure. Peachy, you good to go first? Mose, you go. I'll close it out. I think I'm getting back to. I think I'm gonna. Never mind. Let me just shut up. Peachy, what you got for a score prediction in this game?
I have it 28-17 49ers.
Ooh, love it. Love it. Mose, 28-17 for Peachy. What you got in this game?
I think we finally put it all together. I think we get our first 30 burger of the season.
Nice.
31-21 Niners.
Oh, damn it, you Mose.
31-21.
I should have went before Mose. You said 31-21?
I did.
Okay. Damn it, Mose just knows that's you can't be Mose knows. It's like you knew what I was gonna say. Niners are favored by 2.5 points. Interesting. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than what people think. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say this anyway. I think this game is going to be a lot closer. But I do think the Niners get to the 30 burgers of the points, whether Mac Jones plays or Brock Purdy. So I'm going to go 34-28.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't want to give up 28 points defensively, but it's just going to be one of them games where you just got to win it. 34-28.
Okay.
34-28. I see some of the score predictions out there. Peachy, you can go ahead and start the final thoughts. I'll post some of these score predictions up here.
Okay. First of all, like Bree said, we want to thank everyone for rocking out with us for 90 minutes. You guys are the GOATs, and we really appreciate you guys coming here and hanging out with us. It was so glad to have Mose in here. That was a surprise for Breezy.
Yeah. Hell yeah, it was. I didn't know. Motherfucker don't respond on my group chat text. I can't even say this shit. The motherfreaker doesn't respond to my group text, but he just popped. All I heard was a ding-a-ling-a-link. I'm like, oh.
Mose reached out a little while ago, and he said, Peachy, I want to surprise my brother Breezy tonight.
Oh, that's what y'all doing?
So.
Oh, okay. We go behind my back.
So don't say anything. When you get in there, hit me up with the link. And I was like, all right, I got you. I'll hit you up with the guest link.
I see what's going on. Y'all conspiring. All right. I see what's good. You better stop laughing before you pull a rib cage, bro. You know what I mean? Because that's what you get.
We miss our brother Fair. And
yes, we do. He's out here coaching.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe he need to coach the Niners. We need a championship, man. I'm about to be 50.
So I have a question that I want to know. Okay, so what happens? Because this is nitty gritty, and that's what we do on the show, is keep it nitty gritty. If Mac Jones goes out here, if he starts this game, and literally offensively puts a whooping on this Cardinals team, has no interceptions again, and throws for 300 something yards in this game, and is efficient and plays and does everything that he needs to do, and it looks really good out here. I'm just saying.
Peachy, I say this.
It's good for us.
I'm from the Jim Harbaugh school of thought.
Oh,
you gotta ride.
The hot hand. I know where Moses going with this.
Here we go.
Peachy, if he 26 of 32, 26 of 34, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, and we win the game by double digits. Hey, Brock, man, go ahead and sit down a couple more weeks, dog. Make sure the foot is good.
I don't know, man.
That's all right.
Yo, that's $265 million on my bench, man. Brock ass need to be out there playing. I'm paying him to play. If he's healthy, he's got to play. Now, if he comes in the game and he's a little bit ginger, if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I play it off too. I'll be like, oh, yeah, Brock, you start, but you just, if you can't plant the foot, just don't plant the foot on the first throw. I watched Brock Purdy shoot 3 jump passes in this last game. Dude literally jumped in the air and threw the ball 3 times. I don't know if he can't see over his offensive line. I don't know if he's working on an endorsement deal with the jump man. I don't know. I don't ever want to see it again, though. It's uncalled for. And maybe that's how he got the turf toe in the first place.
Right, exactly. And then here's another thing though. So say that Brock comes, when Brock comes back and he comes out there and doesn't quite play as well as his QB2. When he comes out there. And what happens if the 49ers start, God forbid, losing games because of interceptions or whatever? I'm just saying, it is just something to think about. That's all I'm going to say. But I get it because you paid him all this money and he is a really, really good quarterback, as we all know. He definitely is. I'm just saying, it is just something to think about and to kind of keep in the back of your head. And
Mac Jones would have to win 10 games straight to get this job. How many games did Brock Purdy win to get the job? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he won them straight and got us to the championship game before he decided to get hurt.
I got you.
Well, yeah, I think it was like 10. I think it was like 7.
It was like 10, right? Like, I'm not making up the number.
3 in the playoffs, yeah.
Right.
Like
so, but nah, Peach, I get what you're saying. It's definitely going to be something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, I was going to say, I don't think if Brock does come back and he's stinking it up, I don't think Kyle allows it to go because he knows that his quarterback's not right. So he'll just pull the plug and put Mac back in.
Of course,
I think the cool thing is Mac Jones was brought in here for insurance anyway. So you just rocking out with your insurance policy for a little longer rather than it's kind of what it's going to come down to. I'm with Mose. Let Brock heal. But I don't know if Brock is as hurt as we think he is. So, not in the Cali boy. I didn't see this comment, so now I'm going to go. I had to go find it. That's what I was doing. Thank you, Peachy, for the final thoughts. Questions, Mose, get your final thoughts ready. Do we think that Kyle Shanahan was giving Brock Purdy a break and getting a look at Mac 10 in a game that didn't matter, being we the only team with a divisional win? Conspiracy theory, LOL. Yeah, we kind of touched on this.
Yeah.
We kind of said that would have been the game to get him acclimated to 49er football. Right? Mac has been acclimated to Jacksonville football, the team before that, whatever. But 49er football, it was a game that didn't really matter much. If we won, yes. If we lost, all right, we didn't have our starting quarterback. But he's gotten acclimated to 49er football. So it could be that. And they used Brock Purdy's turf toe as a way of doing it. Listen, injuries are ways for other players to come in there and get opportunities. And, once that player gets that opportunity, like Connor Colby, you just got to be the best version of you can be. That's it. Like, don't try to be anybody else and just go out there and do your assignment. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But just go out there, learn from your mistakes. And like Mo said earlier on the show, you are lined up to the best damn offensive lineman in football. Use him as a resource. Talk to him. If he don't talk to you, you talk to him. Be that, what's that cartoon, Peachy, with the two dogs, the little dog and the big dog named Spike. And the little dog is like, hey, Spike, come on, Spike. Like he was just nagging.
Yeah.
I expect him to be that way. Like, you got to be that way, man. Like, you got to take advantage of. Not only is he a vet, he's a captain. And I watched Laken Tomlinson, who I never thought was good until Trent Williams came in and got him right. Made him a Pro Bowler. So, definitely that. Mo's final thoughts, bro.
It's so great to be back with my family. It's so great to be back with the nitty gritty.
Conspiracy. Dave's the conspiracy theorist.
We've played well. There's some things that we need to correct, and we have another opportunity to go out there and correct it. I'm not worried about this game, but I am a realist, and I do know that the Cardinals do give us fits at times. But as long as we play solid football, I think Robert Saleh is going to have a game plan that makes this defense look good. And, whoever the quarterback is, I think Kyle is going to cook something up for us to put points on the board and to really make a statement. I think game 1 and game 2, they were our feel-out games, and now we're getting into the grind of the season and really starting to, make a name for who the 49ers are in the 2025 season. So I'm excited for the game on Sunday.
I love it. I just wanted to put this out there. Chrissy just wanted to remind us that he did turn the ball over.
He didn't have no picks, but he fumbled.
That's right.
He did turn it over. Brock doesn't have any fumbles. Actually, Mac Jones fumbled twice. So technically, he got 2 fumbles. So it's 2 fumbles and on Mac
versus 2 picks.
Just versus 2 picks. They won 1-1, 2 for 2. They together. So we got one guy that just throwing the ball up to everybody else except for the 49ers. You got one guy that's holding on to the ball for dear life. So they both got some stuff they got to work on, right? The first one was the exchange between him and CMC, and it just wasn't clean. CMC was faking the handoff. Mac didn't hold on to it. He dropped it, but he landed on it, so he recovered it. 2 fumbles for Mac Jones. Just to be clear, there was 2 on him. But my final thoughts, look, the Niners, I disagree. This game does matter. This is a divisional game, and last season left a nasty residue in the mouth, of the 49ers, right? The taste was very I never want to taste that again, right? I think Kyle Shanahan is going to put on a mother freaking clinic. I almost want to change my score, but I need Brock. I need to know Brock is the guy. If Brock is the guy, it's a wrap. It's going to be 34-3. If Brock's not the guy, it's going to be 34-28. I'm just saying, no, it'd be 34 to maybe 10, if Brock's in there. Because I really think Kyle's going to try to put on a clinic. That, getting beat the way they got beat last year was bad. Didn't we get swept by these motherfuckers last year?
We did.
Yes.
That never happens. You understand what I'm saying? That never happens. So Kyle's going to make sure that his team wins this game by any means necessary, and it's just going to happen to be by 2 Eddie Guerrero field goals. 34-28, 6 points. What a great show. Guys, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Listen, the Madden Challenge has not happened yet. I'm trying to figure out when I can go ahead and do the live Madden. It may be Friday late evening. Good for West Coast, terrible for me. So, or Thursday late evening. But the good thing is if I do it Friday, we should have the roster superly updated. If I do it tomorrow, we still kind of teetering, whatever. So it may be Friday. I might have a little bit more energy after my show Friday. That's here in Connecticut.
And you guys for Breezy to have an accurate.
Oh, it got to be accurate, Mose. These motherfuckers don't.
Accurate.
They don't cut me zero slack.
No breaks.
Yo, that guy not playing, for the team in 3 weeks. Bro, how you know? How y'all know?
And why is this out here on the field anyway?
It's I don't make the game, man. The game ain't update, dog. The game don't want to update. I ain't manually putting these motherfuckers in this game. I ain't got time for that. I just want to click start. But guys, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate you. Nitty Gritty Niners Talk. We'll be back next Wednesday night. Different time. No, maybe not a different time. Maybe Peachy. I won't be here next Wednesday, but Peachy and Mose can if they do it at the same time. I gotta work, and I forgot I work every last Wednesday of the month. So we'll figure it out. But Nitty Gritty will be here. Peace out. Hey.
Breezy, gritty, this that nine
Mose knows. Peachy,
fair to God.
It's about that time. Everybody turn your TVs on. The Mose knows Peachy, Breezy, and fair to God. They keep it nitty gritty when they bring you nine talk. We 2 gorilla silverback, silver.
It's busting the discussion cause we get it in. Every time we grinding, I was 8 to 10. We always play to win. The faithful going hard. It's Wayne, Breezy, Peachy, Mose, knows and fear to God. Let's get it.
Nitty gritty, this the Niners talk. Don't like it, better take a walk. Nitty gritty, this the Niners talk. We outline players up in chalk. Nitty gritty, this the Linus talk. Don't like it, better take a walk. Nitty gritty, this the Linus talk. Nitty gritty, this the